These are the smallest cinema zooms I have ever tested. They are called Laowa Ranger Super 35 Compact Cine Zooms, and as you can see, they are super small. They are built for Super 35mm sensors, and because of that, they were able to shrink these lenses down. Even so, their size is very impressive for their specs. I was really curious to test out these lenses because in the past I tested out the Ranger for full-frame cameras, and as you can see, the size difference is quite big. Now here I have the 28 to 75, and I'm gonna take the 17 to 50mm, and as you can see, their size difference is pretty big. I can fit another lens in this gap. That is how big the difference is between these lenses. Now I got them in PL because I wanted to use these lenses on multiple camera systems. One of the things that I recommend to all my people is to always go for PL mount because it's the most versatile mount that you can buy, and it's because you can adapt it to different kind of cameras. In my case, I can put these lenses on an Arri Alexa, I can put these lenses on a Red camera, I can put them on an FX6 or even a DJI Ronin 4D. And the reason for you to go in PL, it's because if you want to rent your lenses for different people, it's easier to do that. Now, for the Ranger full frame version, I got it in E-mount, which is limited to only using Sony cameras. Now, because of that, I am a little bit limited, but with the PL mount, you're not gonna be limited, and the mount is also sturdier. And as you can see, it's more solid, which is a very good thing if you want to use cinema lenses. Whenever you use motors or different kind of gears on these lenses, a really good mount will make your lens a lot steadier on your camera. And I had a lot of positive experience with the Laowa Ranger for full frame cameras. I've used these lenses on a festival shoot and they were absolutely amazing. I loved how they performed, I loved the bokeh, and I love overall how they felt and how easy it is to focus with these lenses. And because of that, I wanted to test out these lenses as well and see how they look in terms of image. Now, one of the best benefits of having such small lenses is the fact that you can put them on a gimbal and you can have a lighter setup and you can have a setup that allows you to run for longer. Now with this one, if you can imagine, if you put it on a gimbal, it's gonna be front heavy, you're gonna have to put counterweights and so much more. But with these ones, they are only 700 grams, which is crazy for a cinema lens. You can put this even on my Ronin 4D 6K or the 8K version, you name it, but you can put this on this gimbal camera without any issues. Of course, it will be a little bit front heavy, but the camera will take it out and you will have an amazing setup, which is something I have never seen. Usually the DJI Ronin 4D is super limited when it comes to lenses, but now we have these beautiful ones, which we're gonna test it on the Ronin 4D as well. But first, I wanna put them on my Sony FX30 and I wanna take some shots and I wanna see how they perform. And we're gonna take them outside, and if you follow my channel, you know that I'm gonna test these lenses out on a full frame sensor as well. I'm gonna put them on FX30 and then I'm gonna put them on my Sony FX3 and see which look you like better. But I have a feeling that you might like the FX3 footage better than the FX30 because these lenses become quite interesting after you put them on a full frame sensor.
Shake the ground, everybody let's shake the ground. We gon' shake the ground, everybody let's shake the ground. Where we go? So what? We shake the ground. Hot girls taking pics tonight. I'ma go ahead, get down. We all get lit tonight. I got all money on the table. I know you love me cause I say so.
Alright, so let me know what you think about the footage coming out of these lenses. Which camera you preferred more? Do you like the FX30 or the FX3? Obviously, these lenses were intended for Super 35 sensors, but the 17 to 50 millimeter on a full frame looks really interesting. But if I think about it, the 50 to 130 looks good as well. So in my mind, I think about this. If I want to get some really beautiful and correct images, I'm going to put these lenses on the FX30. If I want to get more creative, I can put them on an FX3, a full frame camera, and I can have more distortion and more crazy bokeh going on and a lot crazier flares and so much more. But I want to see how they perform in a controlled environment as well. So we're going to put them in the studio and I'm going to see if they have focus breathing, how they flare, and what's their minimal focus distance, and so much more. And I'm also gonna test out if they are parfocal or not. In my case, I calibrated them on the Ronin 4D with the LiDAR system, and that's how I used it. I only calibrated these lenses on a specific value. For example, the 70 to 50, I calibrated at 35 millimeter, and when I was changing between zoom ranges, the camera stayed in focus. So this means these lenses are parfocal, but we're gonna have to test it out in the studio to see how good parfocal they are. The same goes with the 50 to 130 as well. Alright, so now that you've seen the studio test, I want to put them on my Ronin 4D as well, and I want to see how they look. I really like how they looked on full frame on Sony FX3, so I'm really curious how they will look on this camera as well. But as you know, the Ronin 4D also has a crop mode, a Super 35 mode, so we're gonna test it out for a bit on this camera as well.
Man, how do you want it? It's time to get this started. I'm 10 toes here regardless. Today we pulling the market. I'm still going our hardest. Still here with my bros and sisters. That's why we gon' go the distance. I shoot and I never miss it, man. Don't get me started. Very efficient game and come with assistance. How they go through this all on my own? You never would know. I bet I can miss it. I got them bury the hatchet. I got a dream, but I grabbed it. Back It's all that I want. Hey, they can't hold me back. 10 toes deep, I never lack. And that's a fact, man, they can't hold me back. Got big dreams, I never.
Now, because these lenses are so small, I found a small issue with them whenever I wanted to connect my focus motors. You see, the distance between the focus and the zoom is quite small, and if you want to use the DJI motors, the new ones, you cannot fit both of them on the same rod. So you kind of have to use two rod system in order to control focus and zoom at the same time. Now, this is pretty common with most of the lenses that are so small, but it's a thing that you have to take into consideration if you want to buy these lenses. Another thing that I realized when I was doing the lens breathing test is that whenever you are at the minimal zoom range, like for example in my case the 70 to 50, I felt that the 17 had more focus breathing than the 50, and it was pretty similar with this one as well. At 50 it had more focus breathing than at 130. What I realized is that the more you zoom, the less focus breathing you would have. But the focus breathing is not that big, so it's not such a big issue. If you're doing a lot of run and gun and so much more, you're not gonna feel the focus breathing. And if you're going on a tripod, you're gonna feel it, but it's not something that would like make your audience snap out of the story and look at the focus breathing, if you know what I mean. Let me know what you think about these lenses. Do you guys like them or not? I personally think these lenses are super cool. I really like them, and I think they are super versatile. Like I told you, I really feel that you can get two looks with these lenses because you can have the correct version on a crop sensor and you can go a little bit more crazy on full frame sensor because you have more distortion, because obviously these lenses were not designed for full frame. But if you put them on full frame, you can have a little bit of fun. Now, I've been doing a lot of different lens reviews on this channel and I really like doing this format, but I'm really curious what kind of lenses would you want me to review for my next videos. I have a really special lens set that I have designed with iron glass and I want to present to you that in one of my next videos. So you better hit the subscribe button because the lenses that I'm going to show you on my next videos are gonna be absolutely insane. I have never seen lenses like this on a camera before. So I spent a little bit of time with iron glass to design these lenses and to make them really, really unique. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be alerted when I'm gonna post that video. But in the meantime, I'm Alexander Don. Thanks a lot for watching and make sure you have fun shooting. Peace.